From our studios in Kalamazoo, this is Interview Impossible with Howard Howard.
For as long as most of us can remember, Batman has been an enigmatic fixture in our perilous world. A celebrated crime fighter swathed in cape and mask, withholding his true identity while battling mobsters, psychotic clowns, and persistent accusations of vigilantism. I'm delighted to have him here with us tonight on the program to discuss his fabled career.
And my book.
And your new book. Inside the Suit, Behind the Mask. Batman, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Howard. Nice to be here.
So many famous exploits packed in here, it must astound even you to look back at them all.
Sadly, I don't have much time for reminiscing. My job requires eternal vigilance, and I've seen who I need to become to stop men like the people I knew I had to stop to become the man I need to be to stop men like them.
Yet you do have one all-consuming hobby, which you write about in the book.
I collect Cabbage Patch Kids. I have over 1,000, including 10, from the original production year of 1977.
Ah, yes. Before inventor Xavier Roberts sold the license to Coleco?
Precisely, Howard.
Now, you don't go into it in the book, but I am curious. Holidays. Does Batman ever take them?
He does, yes. But their timing has to be kept totally secret. And he has to choose his, or my, destination carefully. Don't want the trip turning into a busman's holiday.
You mean having to fight local crime while in the middle of your vacation?
Exactly.
Now, is there any place you can relax?
North Korea. I know they're on top of crime there, and I can really kick back and chill. Yeah, Kim is really misunderstood.
Batman, in the book, you recount a number of the famous incidents in which you were centrally involved. For instance, deliberately crashing the monorail so lovingly built by the city's dearly departed Dr. Thomas Wayne.
Had to be done, Howard. Save lives. Save the city.
And the 407 people who died as a result of the monorail collapsing into an adjacent tenement building?
Regrettable, of course. But fighting crime with self-developed military-grade weaponry is bound to have its kinks.
Naturally. Though I did read a statement from one of the survivors. The woman, Fernandina Morales, writes, "He is a lunatic." Forgive me, Batman. Her words, not mine. He's a lunatic. This is why we have laws. This is why we can't have people just running around shooting stuff.
It's tough, Howard. Real tough. Sometimes we hold block parties, you know. Give out food, toys. Try to listen. Try to heal.
Now, let's discuss perhaps your greatest foe in the world of criminal depravity, namely the killer clown known as the Joker.
Total freak.
Sensitive issue for you?
Batman can't afford to wallow in sensitivity, Howard.
Eyewitnesses in the Gotham Police Department testified to an internal ethics committee probe that you, and I quote, physically assaulted the escaped Arkham Asylum inmate known as the Joker to the point of internal hemorrhage, 25 lacerations, 7 broken bones, 2 facial contusions, and a concussion from having his head slammed into a metal table.
So?
He's a psychologically unstable, physically defenseless witness incarcerated under the authority of a possibly corrupt investigation, and you beat the living bejesus out of him despite being a private citizen and having no official connection to the Gotham Police Department.
I don't hear a question.
Let's move on. In the book, you talk about making yourself into a symbol, an idea. In this case, exploiting the vampiric image of a bat in order to instill fear. Does this weaponization of terror make you a terrorist?
This was supposed to be about my book!
Oh, come on now, Batman. You know we ask the tough questions on this show. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't.
Sorry, Howard. I guess I overreacted. But I stand by what I did. These criminals need to be shown who's boss.
I'm sure they do. Now, let's discuss the illegal wiretapping apparatus you forced Lucius Fox to employ in order to catch the Joker. Such a bold, risky use of technology.
Thank you, Howard. We just knew we had an incredible opportunity to spy on absolutely everyone in Gotham and have nobody investigate or do anything about it. That's where being enormously wealthy comes in handy, too.
Of course, you couldn't possibly develop all these splendid gadgets without a major war chest.
Batmobile alone is worth $72 million.
Well, that pretty much narrows it down, wouldn't you say?
Narrows what down?
Well, there are only 23 people in Gotham wealthy enough to afford to develop such a vehicle, let alone the rest of your toys. Of them, only 7 are under 50, and of those, only 1 has the physical build, geographical opportunity, personal motivation, and technical means to actually be Batman. Oh, and Mr. Wayne, we can clearly see the bottom half of your face. It's pretty obvious.
We're done, professionally.
Well, I suppose that's all for tonight's episode of Interview Impossible with me, your host, Howard Howard. Our guest, Batman, aka Bruce Wayne in a thinly veiled disguise, can be seen fighting crime by night and causing millions of dollars in municipal damage each year. His memoir, Inside the Suit, Behind the Mask, is available where all good books are heavily discounted. That's all. We'll see you next week.